We have several major developments on this ongoing story tonight. First, as you mentioned, AG Letitia James announcing those two high-profile attorneys who will be leading this independent investigation. This as the latest woman to come forward to accuse the governor of inappropriate behavior. She's calling him a megalomaniac who created this toxic work environment. We're also looking into what liability New York State may be looking at in these cases. 5 women have now come forward accusing Governor Andrew Cuomo of sexually harassing or acting inappropriately with them. Anna Liss is one of the 5.
He approached me and hugged me, kissed me on the cheek, put his hand around my waist.
Liss is a former aide who worked in the executive office. While she stopped short of alleging it was sexual harassment, she does say the governor was flirtatious and the environment he created was, quote, toxic and retaliatory.
Young women early in our careers were powerless in that environment to stick up for ourselves.
Attorney General Letitia James announced she has named 2 high-profile legal experts to lead the independent investigation into the women's claims. Former federal prosecutor June Kim and veteran employment discrimination attorney Ann Clark.
What it tells me is that the U.S. attorney, June Kim, is likely going to focus on whether or not there are any criminal implications here. And the employment discrimination attorney will likely focus if there are any civil implications here.
Dmitriy Shakhnevich is a professor at John Jay College of Criminal Justice and is an experienced litigator in employment law. The governor could be subpoenaed.
If there is some indication that the governor's lawyers are receiving that this may go down a criminal path, they may have to reevaluate whether or not they can allow him to testify.
At least one of Cuomo's accusers, Charlotte Bennett, says she reported the governor's alleged behavior to his chief of staff.
If there is a reoccurrence and if others in the state knew about this, then at that point, it's possible that the state would have to hold some accountability.
And while the chorus of calls for him to resign continues to grow, Cuomo says he's not going anywhere.
There is no way I resign. Let's do the Attorney General investigation. Let's get the findings, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, and another note about one of those lead investigators, June Kim. If his name sounds familiar, it should, because he is a former federal prosecutor who worked for the U.S. Attorney's Office in Manhattan. He was involved in several high-profile prosecutions, including that into former Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver. Now, this latest independent investigation is expected to take several months to complete. We're live outside the governor's Midtown offices tonight on the east side. I'm Shirley Chan, Pix 11 News.